What's going on, family? You're looking for some tips about Army basic training. You're probably scared, you're nervous, you're anxious. You might be just trying to get some information. I got you. I'm Private First Class Jack, Javante Jack. I just graduated Army basic training February 14th, 2025. So this was 2 months ago. I already did AIT. I am now in the big Army. I'm processing at my very first station, Fort Riley in Kansas. You need tips on Army basic training, I'm your man. You need tips on the Army, period, I'm your man, right? You got questions, concerns, you just want some insight, you need some help, I got you. I'm literally fresh out of basic. I'm just now stepping into big Army, okay? So however I could be of assistance, I got you. So let's talk about this, right? First off, why did you join the Army, not the Air Force? God, you're crazy. I'm just playing with you. All right, let's get into it though. Okay, the very first thing that I would say, because I remember being on your side of the camera and you're looking for insight, you're just trying to get some clarity about what it is that you're about to do or what it is that you're considering to do, okay? Now, I will say this. It will be a whole separate video, but I'll say this right now. The United States Army, I promise, before God, has changed my life. It's been the best thing that I have ever done. The best thing I have ever done. I've been in since November, it's April. A very short amount of time, but it has changed my life in so many positive ways already. The very first thing that I will say is that it's going to be okay. I know that it can be nerve-wracking, cause anxiety. You may be scared. What did I sign up for? Why did I do this? I just got out of high school, or I'm too old, or my family, or my wife, like what? It's going to be okay. I promise. That's something I wished I was told before I went to basic, because it's perfectly normal to have those thoughts and those feelings of anxiety and nervousness, excitement. Being nervous, and I learned this from one of my drill sergeants, being nervous just means that you give a fuck. You care about what it is that you're doing. So being nervous is a great thing. It means you care, and you should care, because if you are doing this is going to be your career. So it's perfectly normal to feel like, it's okay to feel. This is going to be your new life for 3 to 4 years, maybe 6 years, depending on the contract. It's okay to care. Being nervous means you care about something. Like, you genuinely care about this outcome or what it is in general, okay? So the first thing I will say is that it's gonna be okay. You might be concerned. You might, this physical training, or they're gonna be yelling at me, or being away from home for the first time, being away from my partner, being away from my children, being away from my friends, being away from my hometown, just everything. We all have the thoughts when we are first getting in. We all have those experienced emotions. It's perfectly normal. You're not alone in that. But you're gonna be okay. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And let me tell you, honestly, my experience, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, basic training was the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. 25 years old. Funnest thing. I've been out the country, been to some states, done the partying. It's not exciting. It's not as exciting as what you get to do when you go to Army basic training. I promise it's gonna be okay. You learn so much. You grow so much. I grew so much as a human, as a person, as a dad, as a husband. I grew. You don't have to have a family to grow. You're gonna grow. They're gonna force you to grow, okay? You're gonna be okay. That's one of the most important things that I wish I was told more, because your mind creates illusions in your head about whether or not it will be okay, or how is it gonna turn out, or what if. A lot of fear can come into your mind as you embark on this journey. But what is fear? False evidence appearing real, meaning that the scenarios that your mind may be trying to throw at you, that's the enemy trying to derail you from your path already. But it's false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. That means nothing has happened yet. It's false evidence. It has not occurred, so there's no reason to be scared of something that you have not yet experienced in your own body, in your own soul. You haven't been through it yet. There's no reason to be concerned. I understand the nerves, because it's a whole new chapter in your life. That's perfectly fine, okay? Just know that it will be okay. I promise. especially if you go to Fort Chill. I mean Sill. It's Fort Chill. Okay, so physical training. A lot of people, especially on TikTok, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with the push-ups and the running and the. Now this varies. This varies about where you go for basic training. I went to Fort Chill. Oh, I mean Sill. It was too easy. It's cake. Keep in mind, yes, I did go in there already in good shape. I love exercise, so that was not difficult. But I promise, even the weakest links that showed up, they graduated. They may have threw up along the way. They may have passed out along the way. But it's those people also that did not give up and they got through it and they made it. The physical training demands of Army basic training in 2025, from my experience, it's not impossible at all. Not by far. The furthest we ran was 2 miles, and that's standard. ACFT, when you do your physical testing, a 2-mile run was the most we did, and we didn't do that often. We ran maybe once a week, and then besides that, throughout the day, a drill sergeant will say, you see that pole right there? Go run to that. We might come back, they might say, go do that again, go hit that pole again. But it's not like miles upon miles upon miles. But again, that's dependent upon where you go. I can speak for Fort Sill. You go to Fort Jackson, you go to Leonard Wood, those are different places. I know my experience. We did not run that much, okay? So physical training, you don't have to be an elite athlete, professional sports playing shape when you go to Army basic training. You will work out enough to where you slowly adapt to what it is that's being thrown at you. And I promise it's not even a lot. I'm not just saying that because I already was in shape. I'm saying it because I've seen the weakest links graduate. They were fine. They may have struggled in the beginning, but as long as you don't give up on yourself, which is very important, as long as you don't give up on yourself, you will be fine. So you'll be okay. The PT is not that bad. I promise. It's not. If you can't do 10 push-ups, just practice doing 10 push-ups, because that's usually what it is. Not for like a day, but like throughout the day, you'll do a lot of sets of 10 push-ups. Eventually, you'll be able to do 10 freaking push-ups. And they might talk shit to you about it. If you can't, let it go out one ear and the other, and just keep practicing like in your alone time, because you will get some moments where you are like in your dorm or your bay. You'll be able to work out and get stronger if that's something that you're lacking, okay? So if you're over analyzing the PT, physical training, you're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. We didn't run that much. You're gonna do push-ups. You're gonna work out often, but it's not that bad, I promise. Okay, so one thing I'll also say is journaling. You will want to get a journal, even if it's new to you. Journaling was such a lifesaver for me at Army basic training. It was a habit that I had already pre-adopted prior to going, so I already knew beforehand I would be journaling. But you want to keep a journal. You want to write about your days, things you're going through, emotions you're feeling. It's just a way to vent. It's a way to clear out your mind, clear out your heart, things you're feeling. It's okay to write it down. I mean, it feels good to write these things down. And then also, for instance, you might have a 5-mile ruck coming up and you're scared. You don't know if you're gonna make it, if you're not gonna fall out, and you're worried because it's a graduation requirement. You're worried because you're gonna have to sleep outside for 2 days before you, like, you know what I mean? But you write these things down, you write these events that you might be nervous about, and then a couple days later you see also in your journal, oh, I can't believe I conquered that. It felt so good that I got through that, I made it. Okay, so journaling just helps you organize your thoughts. It helps you, it's like a therapy exercise. When you just write about the things you're going through, the way you're feeling. Wow, I really miss my mom, I miss my sister, I miss my friends, miss my wife, whatever that is for you. Or you could just write about, damn, I hate this place, or damn, the food was actually pretty good today. Whatever it is, just write it down, because you'll look back and you'll be like, damn, I remember this exact day. I remember feeling this way, and then I conquered it. And then once you graduate and you get past it and you go back and look at it, you're gonna be like, damn, I remember this. And try to be as detailed as possible. I would write the dates, where I was, the times. And then when you go back and look, it's like a time capsule. And it's like, wow, I got through that. So like when you get out of it, you can realize the hard things you've done and how strong of a person you are. Because that's something that is gonna teach you, is how strong you are. Be All You Can Be is a real thing, because it will definitely show you how strong you are. Because before you go, you might have a baseline of how strong you think you are. Basic training is going to show you your potential. And it's up to you to reach the fullness of it. And you don't even reach the fullness of it in basic. But you'll begin to see what the possibility is if you don't quit and you don't give up on yourself, okay? And not giving up on yourself. Another tip, I spoke on this on a TikTok, I will say it again because this may be one of the most important things. Having a strong mindset. Having a strong mindset about what it is that you decided to do. Because if you go and you full send it, you join the United States Army, it's not easy. I don't make this to make this seem like it's an easy thing. It's not easy by far. But it's not impossible. It's supposed to be challenging, or else what's the point of doing something if it's not going to make you a better person, a stronger person, a more confident person? You want to do this. You swore to do this, right? And so having a strong mental and knowing that no matter what they throw at you, no matter what they say at you, no matter what occurs, no matter what the weather is like, you have to be so locked in your mind. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. No matter what they throw at me, I'm going to fucking get through this shit. You have to have that dog in you about it, male or female. You have to have that determination in your soul and your mind, knowing that no matter how hard it gets, I'm not quitting on myself. I'm not going to call my family and tell them, hey, I can't do this. You don't want to make that call. That's embarrassing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to quit on yourself. You want to show yourself how great you can be by conquering these things. Having a strong mindset is so important. There was a moment we were standing in the rain for like an hour. No hoodies allowed. So we're just sitting there getting poured on. We're not allowed to move. We're just standing in formation. But my mind was on the beach. And if you can get to that point where you can just not be so external, but bring it internal inside and just, okay, I'm on the beach. Or no matter how stressful a situation gets, you might have a drill sergeant really just picking at you, calling you names, yelling at you. And keep in mind, this is not old army, so it's not as bad as it used to be. But if you just have a drill sergeant picking at you, you have to be able to just know that their yapping is them doing their job. They get paid to be assholes. They're not paid to be your friends. They're there to push you mentally and physically. It's a part of their job description to literally push you, give you tension, cause mental tension so that you grow as a soldier. Okay? So your mental fortitude, right? So it's going to be okay. The PT is doable. Your mindset, journaling, these things are so very important. Okay, it's 2025, so I have to add this as well, even though this has been going on for so long in military, right? But for especially you younger, not even that, get used to not having your cell phone. You are not going to have that cell phone. You're going to get your phone once a week for 20 minutes to an hour, depending on how the whole entity acts. It doesn't matter how good you do that week. It's about how a group of 200 plus people act will determine how much phone time you get on Sunday. And so get comfortable with not having your phone. A lot of people have a phone addiction. They're not even aware of it, but sometimes you just wake up and you mindlessly scroll. Or throughout the day, you mindlessly scroll. But I want you to keep in mind, when they take that phone away from you and it's just you and your mind, the first week, you're going to be like, damn, I want to go on TikTok. I want to go on Instagram. I want to go on YouTube. I want to check this. I want to play this, watch this, listen to this. I was the same way. But after that first week, you realize how peaceful it is to not have that phone. As crazy as that may sound, it's more peaceful when you don't have so much stuff to look at and you're getting overflooded with all this information and pictures and videos and people's problems and memes. Like, your mind becomes so peaceful when you detach from having the phone. So it's gonna suck at first, but I promise it'll be okay, right? So just get used to not having it. Maybe throughout your day, if you have some time before you ship out to basic, Leave your phone in the house and go for like a walk for an hour or two. Just get used to not having it. At the same time, utilize it, because when you go, you're going to miss music. You're barely going to listen to any music while you're gone. Except when you go on bus rides to like the gun range and stuff. You may hear music and that'll remind you of how much music meant to you, like how much you appreciate music. So enjoy that. Enjoy your family. Enjoy being able, enjoy the things that you might be taking for granted, like music, like your family time, like being able to wear whatever you want. Because once you go there, you're gonna be wearing this, and you're not gonna wear nothing else for quite some time. Like, I love being able to wear sweatpants now, and to be honest, I'm wearing sweats under this. This is on for video purposes because you appreciate being in your own clothes after you wear this for so long, and you also grow a loving of wearing the uniform. But after a long period of time, you're like, dang, I miss my own shoes, my own hoodies, things like that. Okay, so for you people that are about to join the army or considering joining the army, just know it's gonna be okay. The physical training is not that bad at all, I promise. You're gonna want to journal, keep a journal, organize your thoughts. It's gonna help you vent. Get used to not having your phone. Your mindset is very important in this process of getting through it. Because if you believe in your mind that you're gonna get through it, no matter what they put in front of you, you will get through it. And just take it one day at a time, one breath at a time, one foot in front of the other. You will be okay. I guess this is the last thing I'll add. Battle buddies. What are battle buddies? You'll learn, but it's your friends. It's the people you meet, that you sleep with, that you go and train with. Battle buddies. When I originally was going off to basic, I had the mindset of, I'm not going to go and make friends. I'm here for business. I'm here to go and complete the mission, right? But as time went on, I realized these people I'm with, I started talking to them. I started vibing with some of these folks. As time went on, I realized these people not so bad. And then also, as we progressed in our training and training was getting harder, I realized feeding off of these people made me a better soldier. Feeding off these people made hard events easier, because if I could see Jim Bob doing it, I can do it too. Or say we're getting messed up and we're doing a lot of exercise, a lot of PT, a lot of push-ups or whatever. I look over to my friend, you might crack a joke and start laughing. That's gonna make it seem like cake. They're gonna help you create fun in the moments that it seems like it sucks. You're gonna get told to embrace the suck. Yeah, that's right, but when you make friends with those people that you're with and you guys are trauma bonding together, which is a real thing, I didn't believe it, it's definitely a thing. When you guys are trauma bonding and you make jokes out of it, it's so much more doable when you have someone there with you that you connect with and you're laughing with and you're vibing with. So don't be afraid to talk to people while you're there. Don't be afraid to make friends. At first, I was pretty set on not talking to nobody. I was really isolated. That didn't benefit me so much. And then as I started making battle buddies, it became so much easier of a process. And at the end of the day, I ended up graduating, being an honor grad, top 10% of my class, and it was beautiful, right? But Army basic training it's not hard. It's not that hard, I'll say that, because I sprained my ankle, I broke my pinky. I didn't go to sick call. You don't want to go to sick call and get recycled unless you're literally going to die. You don't want to go to basic training, have an injury, go to sick call. They tell you, oh, you can't do XYZ for weeks. And now you miss a graduation requirement and you have to restart again. You don't want to do that. So no matter what happens, you have to tough it out, no matter how hard it gets. Just get the mission done. Unless you are genuinely about to die, try to find a way to tough that thing out, bro. Or take some Tylenol, ibuprofen, and just get over it, okay? Don't tell them I said that, but come on. Just take some painkillers and get over it. Just graduate so you can get to the next step of your career, okay? But at the end of the day, Army basic training was the funnest thing I have ever done. I got to throw grenades, I got to shoot, I got to go camping in the woods, I got to make some lifelong friends. I got to realize how strong I am as a person because of the evidence that was provided. I got to learn a whole new level of discipline. that I didn't know that I could tap into. I didn't know that I could work 17 to 20 hours a day. You probably don't think you could work 17 to 20 hours a day, but believe me, you can, and you will. And you won't even notice because you're having fun while you're doing it. You're gonna make your friends. You're gonna be so busy, and you won't have a phone. You're gonna lose track of time. You're just gonna realize like, wow, I'm accomplishing so much in a day. And then so imagine when you get out, or when you get into big army and you're able to utilize all your hours in a day, you could be accomplishing so much more than you know you could. And that's what that taught me. I could accomplish so much if I just wake up earlier and get right to it. Okay? It taught me so much. But those are some tips I have for you. If you have questions, concerns, leave them down below. I would love to make more videos helping people that are about to go, are considering going, whatever it may be. I'll do my best to help you out, okay? Because I love to help people. I really do. So I don't have nothing else for you that I can think of. This was all a freestyle. I didn't write nothing down. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be making more videos. I just need help as far as where you would like to see these videos go. So if you can, just let me know. Journal, strong mental fortitude. It's gonna be okay. Make friends. Get used to not having your phone. I don't want to leave anything off the table, and then if I end up thinking of something else, then bonus tip. Have fun. There's gonna be moments it sucks. That might have even sounded corny, I don't care. Have fun. You will never throw a grenade again. No matter your job in the army. Unless we end up going to a war, and even then you probably won't be throwing a grenade based upon your job or your MOS. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. A lot of these people that you meet there, that you end up growing these connections with like this, you probably will never see again. Enjoy it. These drill sergeants and their funny hats that they wear, at first you might not like them, but by the end of it, and you leave them, you're gonna be like, damn, I miss my drill sergeants. You will, I promise. I miss mines. Do I miss being at basic? No, I love my family, I love freedom. But I miss the personalities they had. Like, you're gonna make so many cool fucking memories. So enjoy it. You're gonna have a great time. If you've never shot in your life, you will learn how to shoot and be exceptionally well. You won't, I can't say, oh, you're gonna be amazing, but there's people who didn't shoot at all, and they ended up being some of the best shooters. So just trust yourself, trust your drill sergeants, have fun with it. You're gonna learn so much, you're gonna grow so much. And again, this was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was struggling before I got in the army. I'm not struggling no more. I'm not so anxious and stressed no more. Like, I'm good. I'm glowing. Life is great. I'm peaceful. I'm happy. You get paid to travel. Unlimited benefits. It goes on and on.